Well, it was the big wedding of the year so far. Venezuela Fury, daughter of Tyson and Paris, of course, walked down the aisle at the weekend and said, "I do," to new husband Noah Price. And she is now reportedly set to move from her family's £8 million mansion into Noah's caravan. Now, this will be the first time they have lived together permanently, we think. Incredible pictures and videos coming out of that. It really was a proper spectacular. It was an event, wasn't it, for the all of the families. I watched this here. I loved watching it at home with the Furies. They're just great. But so yes, good luck to all of them. But it's interesting and we know that she's very young, but that sort of approaching married life without ever really having lived with the person, is it something that obviously it can work, but is it something that you'd be willing to risk?
For me, I would not risk it. I feel like with Marius, I learned so much about him. I just recently moved to Europe. He's East European. It was a different culture that I had to know. So it took us about 2 years of living together before we actually got married. I found out that he can't cook. He almost gave us food poisoning trying to cook. He's been officially banned.
That old trick. Yeah.
It was really bad, guys. He's tried. And when he gets a decent meal, it'll be rice with salad and ketchup. And I'm like, no, we're not doing this. But I needed that information. I needed to get to know him and his family to kind of come up with the decision whether I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think so. It's almost like going on holiday with someone, isn't it? You see another side to someone then as well.
I mean, if I was Venezuela Fury, I couldn't wait to get in that caravan because I love that at home with the Furies, but it's chaos in the house, isn't it?
And she's very hands-on.
Imagine just sitting in the caravan and just going, peace and quiet.
And also, she's starting her own life now with him. So you can't do that if you're still under the guards of your mum and dad, really, especially at that age.
Yeah. But would you recommend for your children?
No, 100%.
You've always have said, look, it's best to at least spend that time together.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I mean, coming to me, relationship expert. It's going really well.
But you would let them move into your house as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so all of my kids at some point have lived in the house with their now, girlfriends or wives or husbands or whatever. And that was fine. Like in lockdown, we were all together, all of that. And Kira lives in the annex now. It's not part of the house, it's just away from the house, but she's still there with Max. But I very rarely go over except when she cooks dinner, and then I do. It's like my local restaurant.
Yes.
Nice. But yeah, for me, definitely, I couldn't, because it's so different when you move in with someone. It's all very lovely when you're dating, and even if you go to their house, they've cleaned up for you, or if they've not cooked, they've looked like they have.
Oh yes.
They've got a takeaway or whatever. Same with me. Probably the only time I dust. But anyway, but then when you live with someone, it's very different. And we all have those little idiosyncrasies that can get on people's nerves when you're with it 24/7. So I would definitely live with someone before I got married.
Yeah.
I would when I was young. I think when you're building a life with somebody or starting out on your journey, like Venezuela is or whatever, and you're going to have your own kids and build your own nest, as they say. But I mean, never say never, but I don't think I would ever live with anybody again. I think if I was ever to have a relationship, I wouldn't move in with somebody, because I think once you're older,
I wouldn't either.
You've kind of got your own house, you're set in your ways, you're happy there. And
you can just visit each other then.
Exactly, because they're likely to have their own place.
Would you move in with a friend, though?
Oh, I was reading a bit at the weekend about some housing complex, which is all women, and they're all our age, and they all live together, but they've all got their own bit. And I thought, where do I sign?
Yeah, I know, and that's becoming more. You read more and more about that now as well. It's almost like a complex of friends who have decided to sell up everything. Well, we weirdly we talk about this. We can never remember there ever being an official moment of going, okay, will we move in together? That just never happened. We kind of just suddenly were. All our stuff was in the one house, but it was never a process of a big deal. There was never the handing over of a key. None of that ever happened. It was sort of.
You just didn't leave.
I just didn't go.
Didn't leave.
He didn't leave me. But no, then I went there. But it was like that. But I'm very pleased we did it that way. We had years, of course, before we got married. But I think it's just. all of your questions are answered, I think, then, before you ever walk up the aisle. And I think that's for me, that was the right thing to do. So, yeah. Anyway, best of luck to all of the Furies today after that mammoth party weekend.